Okay, this is a quick WordPress tutorial, and I am actually doing this for the PA Paranormal Association, although pretty much anybody who wants to learn a little bit about WordPress, if you don't know anything about it, this can help you get started on it. If you look up at this top area where the URL is listed, their website is ghosthunterspa.com. And this is the same on pretty much any WordPress site. It's going to be a /wp-login, login .php, and that's going to bring you to your sign-in screen. And you type in your username and your password. And if you're not on a shared computer, you can click that Remember Me and then click Login. And what that's going to bring you to is your dashboard. This is the dashboard, which is also pretty standard for WordPress. Whatever theme you're working or whatever, that comes into play later on as far as appearance and all that sort of stuff. But dashboards are pretty much the same. So if you look on this particular site, there's comments, approved comments, pending comments, spam, posts, pages, different categories and tags that are listed there. And I'm just going to show you about doing a new post and then updating a page, since there's 11 pages on here, and it's pretty simple. If you go to posts and click that, you can click on Add New, which is right here, and this is going to be where your first post or whatever the next post you do is going to be. You want to enter a title at the top, and that title is going to transfer into the URL automatically. So try to think of words that people might be searching for to find you. And I'm just typing nonsense here. Paranormal Association test. And then go down into this section, which is the body of the post that you're putting. And I'm just going to put test in there. Now if you notice up here where it says permalink, this is what the URL is going to look like for this particular post, Ghost Hunters PA /paranormal-association-test. And if somebody was looking for the Paranormal Association, they might find this through Google or whatever, depending on the website and other factors. Down here is what categories I have listed. Right now I have just paranormal and uncategorized. Now if somebody would want to do a new category, you could do that, and maybe it'll be team member bios, or it could be equipment used, or depending what site you have, it could be anything. I have a health and fitness site, so I have one on exercise and nutrition, and one on equipment, and one on running and weight training. There's a bunch of different categories. If you want to add a new category, you just click this Add New Category, and it'll automatically be checked when you add it, and it's just a matter of typing in. So this is a paranormal post over here, and I'm not really going to write too much in here, but just something so you can see how things work out. Okay, so there I typed in a few things, and I cut that out because you don't need to see me trying to figure out what I'm going to write here. But there's 3 lines of text there, and so suppose the next thing we want to do is to add a picture in here. Now, where the picture ends up really depends on where your cursor is. So right now I clicked where it says test over here, and that determines how the picture is going to be oriented. I think I'm going to backstep just a little bit. Basically, when you're typing in here, it's just like you're typing into a Word document, and there's some things up here that are going to help you a little bit. If you want to highlight something, the word test, and click this B for bold, then it's going to be this is showing the HTML. You don't need to do that. You can do a visual to switch between HTML and visual. You just click on this tab over here. So the HTML is gone now. Well, it's not really gone, you just don't see it. And you're just seeing the results of it, which is this word test is bold. And if I would want to have this part italicized Could just do that, take this and cross it out and underline it. Basically, it just works the same as, you know, any Word document. You can select color, you can work on your alignment. Up here is more align left, center, and right, and do spell check or undo or redo. It's a lot of similar functions as to a Word document. Now, what I was talking about before, we're going to insert a picture. So I'm going to have the cursor blinking there, go up to this little icon, which is a picture icon, add an image. We'll click on that. It's real simple. All you have to do is go into this button here that says select files. Hopefully you have some images, and you should have images prepared before you go into this. And it could be just pictures you've taken or whatever. And I'm just going to put a random image in here. This is just a picture, JPEG. I'm going to click open, and it's going to upload. And there's the picture that I uploaded. And there's a title. You can put in some alternate text. That's for if somebody's handicapped or blind, has some sort of impairment. Instead of seeing a picture, when they run their cursor over it, it would read this description. So, you know, I'm going to just put test patch. Doesn't really matter too much for this particular thing, but you might want a good description in there. And then a caption under that. I'm just going to put test patch. That's actually a patch I wore on my Army uniform many, many years ago. And then in this description, you also want to use keywords. So, you know, think about what people might search for. It helps them to find you. This link URL, basically what I usually do with this is if you don't do anything, the default, it goes back to the picture, and it just opens up in a new window, just that picture, which pretty much makes no sense. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll cut off that end, so if somebody clicks on it, it'll just go to the home page. So that's what I did there. I got rid of all that stuff. You can have no URL there. You could have something there, maybe a link to something you want somebody to buy or whatever. And then here's really what we want to talk about. Right now this image is 116 by 114 pixels, which is pretty small. The pictures I have in here that I upload, generally I try to format to a smaller size. You can upload any size picture, but it takes longer to upload a bigger picture, but it gives you more options as far as full-size picture, large, medium, or a thumbnail, which really shrinks it down and makes your picture square. If you select none for the orientation of the picture, it's going to be below the text. If you select left, it'll be on the left side. The picture will be on the left, and the text will wrap around it to the left. Center, it'll be in the center, and the text will wrap all over the place. And usually I do right, put pictures on the right side, and then the text wraps to the left. And you click Insert into Post, and there you see the picture I put in, and it's on the right side. Now, if this text was more, it would like wrap around this, so you know it would go down here and then be underneath this picture. That's pretty much it. And then all you need to do, you can preview what you're doing to see what it would look like in real life. So I'll just click on that, and it's going to open up a new window and show you what this is going to look like. And there's the title I selected, there's the text I put in, and there's the picture that I uploaded. All the rest of this stuff is things that are already on our site. So this has nothing to do with what I just did, but this is just how our site is set up for the Paranormal Association. And all of these up here are different pages. I said there are 11 pages. Each one of these is a page which we can go into and change, and I'll go into that in just a second. So I don't really want to upload this, so I'm just going to hit move to trash, and then it's just going to delete that page. If you go into different pages, you can click the word pages over here, and then these are all the pages that are on there. And if you want to change something on there, this is our home page. It's called the Mission of the PA Paranormal Association. You can click the word edit here, and this is something you might want to do as members change. You can go to this picture here, which is the picture of the members at that time. You can click on that. If you hit this delete image, it'll get rid of all that. And if you don't hit the delete image, you could hit this edit image and you could change the size or orientation or any of that sort of thing. So that might be something you want to do for like a test. Delete an image there, and then just have your cursor up here and insert an image of the new members of the team. So you can just, I'm just sliding the scroll bar up, and I'd go in here and select add an image, just like we went through. Select a new team image and insert. And you can always preview the changes to make sure that everything looks the way you want it, and that's pretty much it. It's not a whole lot to it. It's fairly straightforward, and hopefully this helps you get started adding images and updating posts and editing pages. One thing I'll go into a little bit on this is the users down here. You want to be very careful about who you add as a user, but it's real easy if you add people. Like right now we have an admin, Deb is in here, I have Mindy and myself all as administrators. And as an administrator, you have certain privileges. You can add people. So if you want to add a new user, you could click on that add new and put in their username, their email, first and last name, and you don't need to put in a website or whatever. The only thing required really is a username, an email, and a password for that person, and then you can send the password to the new user by email. That's what I did with you, Mindy. I would recommend not adding too many users to this, because if you have a lot of people in there nutsing around, it's you don't know who did what, and things can get a little bit screwy. So that's basically it. And once you're done, adding people or updating posts or updating pages, then you just go up here and log out. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, let me know.